good? Hope everybody's doing well. It's your boy Nimbo back at it again. Another video. Today I have a dark sample for you guys. I want to do a breakdown. I actually recorded myself making this whole loop. For some reason, something happened to the recording, so unfortunately I don't have the live footage of me making the sample, but everything got messed up. The audio was bad, all types of clicking. The first thing I did, pulled up the SQ8L, like a synthesizer, the Anaquire preset. I came up with this melody in my head, transferred it into the piano roll using my MIDI. Pretty much everything is pretty much the same, except in this situation, in this case, instead of an F, I used a G sharp. Instead of an F sharp, I used a G sharp on the 5th and the 7th. As far as the effects, I only had LFO2 to make it glitchy. I have the sketch cassette here, but I didn't use it. As you can see, it's not on. To the second part, which I just took the first part, the first pattern, I copied it and pasted it on the grand piano using Labs Reverberant Ribbons piano. It's the exact same thing as the first pattern, but for this I just took it to lower octave and higher octave. The same thing. Didn't even mess with the velocity, left it the way it was. As far as the effects, I use Cymatics Origin. Got Pen Man going left, right, and then I have little Primal Tap, the Flangify preset. I have an EQ cutting in the lows and another EQ cutting in some of that bass and some of that mid, boosting a tiny bit of the highs. And I used sketch cassette, broken tape, created an automation pattern for the piano. This is what both the SQ8L and the Labs sounds like together. To the next thing, I used the saxophone phrase, panned it to the left 25%. And for the bass, I actually used, it was an electric guitar, but brought it all the way down. At first it sounds like this, but brought it all the way down, and then this is what I ended up with. LFO2 on it, an EQ to cut the highs because it was doing too much. And that was the first section. Now moving on to the second section, ended up adding Xenology again, but in this situation, the flute, well, it's kind of going behind the main melody, the Labs and the SQ8L. And as far as effects, I have nothing on the flute. And then moving on to the guitars, I have 4. I came up with 4 ideas. I don't know how to play guitar, but I managed to come up with this. And all together. guitars, cymatics origin, got the parametric EQ, cut a bit of the mids, bit of the high mids, and the bass as well, reverb. Then I like using sketch cassette for when I record guitars with my mic. It adds character that I like. I use the In the Garage preset. Got another parametric EQ, cut a bit of the bass, boosted a tiny bit of the high mids. Now moving on to the C section, I just have the SQ8L, that's the only difference. And then the labs remain the same, and the bass. And then for the last part is just the guitars again, but for the guitars, instead of using this guitar, all of it, I cut it, chopped it, and only used these two parts, and this is what it sounds like. Yeah, and that's it, man. It's not complicated. I feel like the guitars are making it more full, but other than that, it's not complicated. Only a few sounds, and it sounds amazing. Again, made this live. Well, not live, but I recorded myself making this, but it turns out the audio was so bad. I had to do a breakdown instead. But I want to do more filming myself while making the sample from scratch, so that you guys can see my process from the beginning till the end, how I flip the sound. Another thing before I forget, I pasted up 3 semitones, and that's the whole sample. And yeah, thank you guys. See you on another video. Like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate you guys. I wanted to release a free kit, a few samples, a few phrases once I hit 100 subscribers. So please like, comment, subscribe, and yeah, see you in the next one.